네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 인물포커스의 이소연입니다. 어느 순간부터 이 문화도시 울산이라는 말이 전혀 어색하지가 않죠. 지역 곳곳에서도 다양한 행사들이 열리고 있는데 최근 동구에 위치한 꽃바위 문화관에서도 흥미로운 음악 공연 소식이 들렸습니다. 바로 베트남 출신의 세계적인 클래식 기타리스트 툴리의 콘서트가 무대에 오른 건데요. 툴리 씨는 7살의 나이로 세계적으로도 명문으로 꼽히는 하노이 국립음악원에 최연소로 입학했고 꾸준한 음악 활동으로 세계적인 관심과 호평을 받고 있는 클래식 기타리스트입니다. 오늘 그녀의 음악적 세계를 여러분께도 소개합니다. Right, Tule, thanks for taking time for this interview.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. So I've got many questions to ask you today, but first of all, could you give us a brief introduction of yourself and what brings you here to this location?
Well, my name is Thule. I'm originally from Vietnam, but I'm living now in Bahrain. So Bahrain is a small island in the Middle East. And this is my second time in Korea, and also second time in Ulsan, in this beautiful city. I'm coming to play 5 concerts this time, organized by Alma Guitar.
Oh, I see. That's great. So you are having a tour concert in Korea right now.
I would say a mini tour, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I see.
5
That's
concerts,
nice.
yeah.
So could you tell us about the repertoire of the tour and what is the highlight?
In my program, I play a mixture of classical music, Baroque music, romantic, and then the second part I play more Latin American music, and also I play some Korean music.
Oh, can I ask which one? Which song are you gonna play?
In the program, I will play, the theme music from the movie Sasigo,
Sasigo?
I Believe.
신승훈, I Believe.
Yes.
Oh, that's one of the famous song in the Korea. So you're gonna play with
I
that.
guess so. And also a traditional Korean song,
Oh,
Chilgapsan.
칠갑산.
Yes. Do you
That's
know it?
so great. Yeah, my parents loved it, that song.
Yeah, I love the song very much
Oh,
too.
that's so fantastic. So you're gonna mix all the genres this concert.
Yes, I try to bring the variety of music to audience, and I'm sure in the audience there might be some are already fan of classical guitar, but some may be very new to classical guitar. So I want them to get familiar first with the with the known songs or easy listening song. So if they know how it sounds on classical guitar, then they will love to search more for classical guitar music.
Okay, that's so interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Thank you.
So actually, I heard that you had a concert in Cheongju and Seoul before coming to Ulsan. So how did they go? Did you enjoy meeting Korean fans on the stage?
Yes, thank you. It went very well. It was very cold.
Oh,
Yeah, because when I arrived here, I think in Seoul, it was raining the whole day.
oh my.
But indeed, inside the concert hall, people were very warm, and many of them even met me already from my last time coming here. So it was very nice, and I'm really touched with the audience here, with the old fans and new fans.
Yeah,
Really
that's
nice.
great. So, as you mentioned, you already have performed in Korea a few years ago. So, how was your experience then, and what do you feel about coming back to Korea this time?
Well, this time, to be honest, I was expecting to be in spring. And I've heard that spring in Korea is cherry blossom everywhere.
Oh, it's too
But
early.
you think that I'm a little bit too early. But otherwise, beside that, talking about Korea, I can never forget the food, the people, and the view, the scenery, beautiful. And I'm really, really excited to also doing shopping and bringing back some food and something for my children.
Okay, yeah, it must be excited.
As you see, I enjoy the food very much, and I already gained some
No,
weight.
you are in a good, perfect proportion. Don't worry about it. So, it's been a while since you've been able to have a concert and meet audiences or fans on the stage and share the emotions directly with them, because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, did it feel different when you first stepped on the stage this time?
Of course, as a performer, we all feel alive being on stage. But unfortunately, COVID came and it has a big, maybe 2 years of distraction. But I know I shouldn't complain because it was difficult for everyone else. And I felt still lucky that I still could work at home. I did a lot of online concerts, online teaching. Of course, I missed the real reaction with audience. That's why when the live performance coming back, which was in January last year, I was really, really happy that finally life is back to normal. And for us to be on stage, it's like a fish being in the water.
Oh, okay. So how often did you have overseas concerts per year before the pandemic?
I normally travel maybe 4 or 5 or more trips per year. Some trips
pretty
are
a
very
lot.
long, could be 2 months. And some trip are 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Like this time I'm here only for 2 weeks.
Okay,
But
I
yes,
see.
often away from home.
Yeah, that's true. You must have been so busy, and you're gonna be busy again.
I just make sure I have a big suitcase.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about your background now. So you picked up the guitar when you were so young, like 4 years old, 5 years old.
I started when I was actually below 4.
Below 4,
Yes.
it's so young. So what was your reason or motivation to begin it at such a young age?
At that time I was too young to know anything.
Oh.
But now that thinking back, I feel very fortunate, very lucky to be born in an artistic family. And my father was a painter, but also a guitarist. So he was my first teacher.
Really?
And he taught me when I was maybe 3.5 years old. And throughout my whole life, my whole career, along with, of course, one of my other teachers in the conservatory.
Oh, I see. So he supported a lot for
Yes.
your career,
Yes,
musical career.
yes. I would say he is my main teacher, main inspiration,
Oh,
also my main pressure.
can I say you're lucky then?
Yes, I feel.
Okay.
I feel very
So,
thanks.
do you have any memories of what it was like to learn from him?
Learning from father, you have advantage and disadvantage. Of course, the advantage is your teacher is always by your side, and you can be sure that he would teach you with all his heart. But the disadvantage was, being a child, you want to play, you want to have some freedom, and sometimes it's a little bit hard because my father was very strict, and especially to learn classical music. It's a big commitment. You need many hours each day to practice. So I was aware that my childhood was not as normal as other children because I didn't play so much outside. I just practice a lot besides school time. It's a lot of practice.
Oh, I see. So there's something that you had to give up for your career.
Yes, but then at the same time, I always been like this, so it became normal. It became normal, and only now that I grown up and I appreciate it, and I feel very, very thankful for what my father did for me.
Okay. So I heard that you attended the National Conservatory of Music in Hanoi when you were only 7 years old.
Yes.
And you are the youngest student ever. So how was it like for you? Do you remember anything from that time?
I remember the first time I came to the conservatory was maybe 1 year before I entered because of my cousin also took the exam. And then soon after that, the next year, I took my own exam. And then when I passed the exam, I also couldn't believe, like, this is my school. And they are all very big people. And the youngest children, I think, was about 10 and 11 and above. And they are big, and I've always been small and still small. So, the feeling, it's just such a big change, and you couldn't believe. And at the same time, even though I was so young, but I could feel how proud my parents was for that achievement. And yes, also I was aware of my life in change from now on because I had to do 2 schools, the normal school like other children and the conservatory, which take the whole day.
Oh, I see.
So that means even less playing time.
Okay, I got it. So maybe at that moment when you got pass about that exam, maybe the moments that you kind of realize, oh my God, maybe I'm the kind of real talented with playing guitar.
To be honest, at that young age, I was not aware of talent or not talent. I just always know that I love to perform in front of people. Because I had my first performance when I was 5 years old in a very big theater with my father. And since then, I always wanted to perform. And my father's biggest dream, of course, is for me to become a professional guitarist. Yeah, so yes, that was a very long education, 15 years in the conservatory.
15 years.
15 years, yes.
That's really long. Okay, I got it. So could you tell us about your musical history or career after graduating from the conservatory till now?
So after I graduated, there is some funny thing happened that actually I also studied another university because at that time in Vietnam, you were not sure if being a classical guitarist would bring you a real living, you can make a living.
I
So
see.
I also did another university, foreign language university, but I studied Japanese. And then I graduated also that university. And I feel like now, I don't know, I have to decide if I want to follow music or I want to do,
Something else,
something
make
else.
money?
Yes.
Yeah.
But thankfully, at that time in Vietnam, everywhere, every hotel and club, they were looking for guitar music to play live. So I was together with my friends. We play, we make a group. We didn't really play classical music, but we could have many shows each week, and we could make good money. So,
Good money.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we carry on like that for many years, playing in a band, in hotels and bar, until I got married, and then I moved out of the country.
Oh.
So only when I moved out of the country, I was in India. That was the first country that I moved to. It was really boring because suddenly you have no more job, you don't have friends, you have nothing, you just stay at home, take care of children. So I started to practice classical music again, and then I started to do some international competition. So that was the start of my, I would say, international career.
That's so nice.
And that was 14 years ago.
14 years ago. Okay. So how many albums have you released so far?
I've done some album in the past, some sharing with other Vietnamese artists, and also my solo album. But the latest one I have is Back in Time, which is also quite old, and I know that it's time for the new one, and I'm planning to do it this year.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Yeah, but the current one is available also tonight at the concert.
Oh, okay, I see. So what would you like to say if someone is asking you what is the biggest or distinguished feature of your music?
Well, it's always hard to talk about myself.
Oh, not about.
But so I let the audience hear it and give comment or give their opinion. But I believe that in music or in art in general, the personality is very important. Personality in your art. So I hope that the audience, when they listen to me, they can feel the difference. I wouldn't say better or worse, but I want to be different and to be rememberable. So I hope that the audience, when they listen to me, they would recognize me, and their comment would be the most honest.
Oh, okay. And what I think is, you mixed all the genres, you cover all the genres, even the classic, from the classic to the modern music like jazz, pop. So that's one of the distinguished feature of your music.
For example, if you are one of the audience, yes, that is one of the common. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love all genres as long as it's good quality music. So yes, I'm a classical player, but I'm very open-minded for all different genres. Normally on stage, I don't play much pop or jazz music, but for social media or for fun to do arrangement, I like to do all different genres. Yes.
Okay. So do you frequently perform in collaborations or duets?
I did many collaborations. Yes. The latest one was just a few months ago in a tour in Europe. Yeah, in the past I did with the orchestra, with violin, duo guitar, flute, opera singer, string quartet, and then the latest one I attended was it's called International Guitar Night. It's a project that they put 4 guitarists in 4 different styles playing together in one concert. So we did solo each of us, and then we also do combination. Yeah.
Okay. So as an artist, you have traveled the world and you must have encountered Vietnamese audiences during your performance, overseas performance. So how do you feel when you meet audiences, Vietnamese audiences outside of Vietnam? Maybe.
Of course, I'm very, very happy to meet some Vietnamese audience. Knowing that I could speak Vietnamese to them, at least, it's always make me happy because where I live now, there were no Vietnamese. There are no Vietnamese, so I hardly get chance to speak Vietnamese unless if I call my mom at home. So I'm very happy, and I feel very grateful that they made an effort to come to see a Vietnamese artist performing.
Okay. And Ulsan is one of the cities where the many Vietnamese live in Korea. So is there anything that you'd like to convey to the Vietnamese community through your music?
Well, first of all, I hope that there's a lot of Vietnamese come to the concert tonight because I would be very happy to see them. And of course, as a Vietnamese and especially living overseas, I always feel proud being a Vietnamese. So I hope that they all are also proud being Vietnamese, and wherever they go, wherever we go, we should try to spread Vietnamese culture. Like me, very often I play Vietnamese music on stage, and probably maybe tonight I will also play a Vietnamese song too. So yes, show your culture, be proud of your country, and everywhere if they hear that you're Vietnamese, people would love you and love what you present in your country.
Oh, I appreciate your insights. Sadly, I should let you go now, but before letting you go, I'm look forward to seeing your performance. So could you show us a brief guitar performance for our viewers as well?
Of course.
Oh, really? Thank you.
So you mean you want me to play something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
learn the next one?
Yes. Wow, it's really amazing. It's really tender and lovely melody. It's way more inspiring in person. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So, could you give a message lastly for your Korean fans?
Yes, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to my music. And of course, there's one very important thing that I would like to tell you. I know we are all busy with work, with study. Life is a lot of stress, but please don't forget to include music to your life. Whether if you are a professional musician or you are not, trying to listen, if you can, learn an instrument, it will make your life more beautiful.
Okay. Thank you so much taking time for this interview once again. And it was great pleasure to learn more about your musical journey. I look forward to hearing more of your beautiful music. Thank you.
My pleasure. 감사합니다.
클래식부터 현대의 다양한 장르까지 넘나들면서 전 세계 각국의 문화를 기타 선율 속에 녹여낸 그녀의 음악에는 남다른 힘이 있는 것 같은데요. 앞으로도 멋진 음악 활동 보여주기를 기대하겠습니다. 오늘 함께해 주신 시청자 여러분 고맙습니다.